When it comes to lipless fishing, it's more than just throwing and reeling. Sometimes you gotta yo-yo it a little bit and let it sit like that. You know, so I was just pumping it like a jig. But I think for years it's been lipless, it's just throw and reel, throw and reel, throw and reel, throw and reel. And really, I say when you're gonna start lipless fishing, you kinda wanna experiment with your whole retrieve. You get out and you're fishing grass, and yeah, you're gonna throw it in the grass and you're gonna try to rip it out, and you're gonna try to rip it out. But to me, one of the most, I think the lethal presentation with it is actually like just fishing like a jig. I let it go down, it hits the bottom, and I just kind of pump it up and let it fall. And I had a guy I was practicing out there, it was very, very weird. I had a guy who was practicing with me up here, and I said, hey dude, throwing lipless. I said, let it fall and go down and just hop it up off the bottom, let it fall again. And he said, why? He was a younger guy, and I said, when do you get most of your bites? He said, when I rip it out of the grass and let it fall. And I said, I said, the thing about what you just said, I said, if I let mine fall 25 times a cast and you let yours fall twice when it hangs in grass, I said, who's gonna get more bites? He kind of looked at me and goes, that's redneck thinking, but I like it. Most of the time the strike occurs when I take this bait right here and I rip it. So why not just throw it, let it sink, and rip it up, let it fall. Rip it up and let it fall. The bait's gonna ease back down the grass, rip it up, let it fall. You wanna rip it up and let it fall. Kind of watch your lines as it's going down, because most of the bites you're gonna get as soon as it starts falling. But it's a great way to cover water. It's really not that slow a presentation. Just throw it out and let it fall. I mean, it's just a really cool technique. Yeah, you have the standard, just reel and reel when you feel the bait touch your grass. You clear it, start back reeling, you know, medium retrieve, same action. It's just a lot of vibration, but there's something about that when you throw it in there, I mean, completely give it a different look. Some of the biggest sacks I've ever caught on a lipless crankbait have been on the yo-yo and retrieve, hands down. The biggest sacks. Now, I've caught a lot of fish just reeling it, but if you want a bunch of big ones, they can't stand it just creeping around in the grass. Oh, there he is. I got him. It's a little one, but I got him. He cracked it on the yo-yo. Cracking it. Crack it like that. You gotta rip and wrap. Rip and wrap and crack it like it, crack it like it. I knew it was you. We call these Steves. Little bass at Guntersville are called Steves. And we're looking for Dorseys. Yeah, we look for Dorseys. Dorseys are the ones that you can see their dorsal fin on the side imaging. That's the one we call Dorsey. That's when you know it's a big one. There's your telltale where all the little high place is in the milfoil. Fastest way to find grass down here is right down there and find the coots ganged up like that. That'll be the greenest grass on this whole flat. I started on the outside with a rip and wrap, which is lipless bait, and I'm yo-yoing it in the deeper eelgrass, and then I swap right over to the Brat square lip crankbait. I get up here and I'm going across the flat. It's just a little saddle in between two little high places, so it's just maintaining 5 and 6 foot, and the grass is about 2 to 3 foot off the bottom, which is the perfect depth for what I'm doing here. It's a 12-pound line. It's a little square lip Brat crankbait, and I'm just ticking right on the top of it, just ticking right on the top of it, just kind of covering across it. It's an easy, fast, effective way to cover the water, and you're just looking. Might be a sweet spot out here, you never know. Wind that thing. Wind that thing. Oh, looky there. I mean, I just swapped colors. It was like the second cast. It's amazing. I mean, I was throwing, because this is normally the time of year I would throw like the demons and the crawfish and the red colors, and I'd been throwing a little red color, and I swapped right back over, went back to shad, and it was like the first or second cast. And I'm usually the guy preaching to change colors, and I just got a little stubborn. I didn't change, and could have just been that simple. I don't know, let's find out. It's just shallow grass. You can see the coots right there on the milfoil. You can see the little black clumps of the eelgrass right up there. He got it. Oh, I like it. There he is, he got it. He took it out of my hand that time. This one might be, oh yes, this one might have little shoulders on it. Oh, you're gonna see her. Oh, you're gonna see her. Look at the sides on that little, oh, it's in my finger. Okay, okay. It's through the bone. All right, look here, help me out there. Somebody got to get it out of the fish. I can get it out myself. Kind of in a bind right now. Yeah, all right, you got her? Mm-hmm. All right. Now I can get this out pretty quick. It's in the bone. Well, you can see I've got the bait in my finger. Now normally when you're jerking it out, the bait's not, I mean it's almost punched all the way through, but not all the way through. So you could either push it on through and cut the barb, which, you know, see how much the light's coming out. Yeah, I can do it like that. Instead of pushing it all the way out, see, I could just take it like this. And then I can just take it like this, pull it right back out. This is a new series. I mean, Ike has his own custom colors, and you know, now that I'm Repel, I'm moving in on some of that territory. So it's what we call the GMAN bleeding series. So let's get it rigged back up, because we were just talking about shallow grass and catching them. Now we're right back to where we was. When you're cranking grass like this, even with a square lip, you know, we talk about a lot with a DT6 and different baits, but even on the Brad, I like to stop it, clear it, and let it sit, and then start reeling it again. The last bite I got was the bait was just dead set, and I just jerked it out of there and just let it pause for a second. Don't be afraid to just kind of just pause it. So you still get some of the very unique action in the way the bait floats up from balsa, but you have the durability of just pounding on it, which to me works, I think makes it the perfect bait for doing this, for cranking shallow grass and stuff, because it can take such a beating. I mean, you reel it in, it's got grass on it, you're not gonna hurt it. There he is. Feels like a big one, I can't tell. Oh, he might have just turned and come to me. Let me see. Let's see here. Oh, he ain't bad. He ain't bad. Get that drag off a little bit. I think it just shows, man, we stand right with that shallow grass. The fish still ain't 2 or 3 foot deep, but he's just right on top of that grass, just kind of sunning. It's cold. This morning it was a frost. You get later in the evening, the fish kind of move right back up on top of the grass, and that's what you end up with. Yep, shallow grass and the brat, baby.